Okay, so today what we're gonna do is another currency challenge. I did one a while back with $5 bills, and I really enjoyed that. I found it extremely therapeutic and relaxing, and I actually found a couple of cool bills. So that $5 currency challenge that I did was a lot of fun. So I wanted to do another one. But this one we're going to do with $1 bills. And since I found it so much fun and I found some interesting stuff on the last one, I decided, hey, I got a little bit of extra time. Let's go ahead and do a currency challenge with the $1 bills, and hopefully we could find something interesting again. So, what I did was, if you see what I got in front of me, I went to five different banks and I got $200 in ones in each bank. I don't know if it matters what bank you go to, but I just was trying to see if I'm luckier at one bank than another bank. But what I do gotta say, some of the top ones were very interesting. So I already know that I'm starting off with a couple of good ones, and I'm pretty happy of what I got so far. So I have not looked through any of this. It is 1,000 in $1 bills from five different banks, and we're gonna look through them and see what we find. So I'm gonna explain a little bit of what I'm actually looking for. On the video that I did with the fives, I explained a little bit there. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to explain it again, but I'm going to explain it as $1 bills, but it's going to be the same as the $5 bills, but it's going to be with $1 bills. I know that sounds kind of funny. Just in case you didn't see the one with $5 bills, we're going to do it with $1 bills. But I'm going to explain what we're looking for, because I'm going to be looking for a lot of stuff. Some stuff is worth money, some stuff is interesting, some stuff could be valuable, and I want to explain a little bit of what to look for. First of all, I'm no expert, so you probably have to check it out yourself, but it is a treasure hunt. I'll admit that. It's a relaxing, therapeutic treasure hunt. And you never know, you might find something that's actually valuable just from your money. It doesn't really cost you anything. You just go pull out money, and when you're done with it, you go ahead and either put it back in your bank account or spend it. So you're not really spending anything, and you might just find something really cool, something you like, or something that may be valuable. So let's go ahead and talk about what I'm going to be looking for real quick, and then we'll move on little by little, and hopefully we find something really interesting. But I know I already saw two or three that really caught my eye just on the top, and I haven't even started searching. So nothing here is searched, but I'm going to tell you kind of what we'll be looking for and show you what I already have. So this one here, let's pull this right here. I know I saw this one, so I put this aside here. So take a look at this. This is really cool right here. Okay. So usually the first thing that I look for is the date. This is 2013. So that's the first thing that I look for. We already spotted that. 2013. Okay. Next, I go to the serial numbers. Do the serial numbers match? Yes, they do match. Everything is matching. The E's, the F's, all the numbers, because it's possible that they don't match. That's very valuable. If this number is different than this number in any kind of a way, you got yourself a treasure. If there is any kind of ink damage, okay, these come out of the mint. These are struck with ink. If there's something really strange about the ink, that's also ink damage, also valuable. So if you compare this dollar bill to another dollar bill, and there's something different about it, like, I don't know, let's just throw something out here. say this number is missing, or this 6 is missing, or just something completely odd about this and another one, besides the serial number, of course, then you can have yourself a treasure, which is possible. Okay, so we're just looking for something that's completely different from another dollar. It could be an error, an ink error, something got missed, got double stamped. It could be a lot of things, ink smearing. Okay, so what we're looking for today, let's just go through that real quick. We are looking for fancy serial numbers. This one I consider a fancy serial number. This one is actually really cool. The dollar bill is in extremely bad condition, though. That's a lot of circulation and a lot of damage. But again, this is extremely rare. Okay, it's extremely rare to see 5 5s in a row, right? And an extra 5 here. That means there's 6 5s out of 8 numbers. That's pretty rare. It would be nice if it was in better condition, but it's not. But it is what it is, what we're going to do. But you can imagine if this 9 was a 5 and that 2 was a 5 and they were all 5s, this would be extremely valuable even in this condition. It would be a desirable dollar even in this beat up condition. So if they were all 5s, okay, extremely valuable even in this condition. Right now, it's okay. I like it. I'm probably going to keep it even though it's really beat up. But when you're looking at your currency, this is one of the things you would probably look for. Look at all these 5s. That's pretty awesome. I think it's really cool. Another thing that we would be looking for, okay, would be, say, if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty awesome. Or even 2 through 9 or whatever, just as long as it's consecutive. Okay. Even if the numbers were all skipping, say if it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's just 2 numbers. That's pretty rare too. So we're gonna go through some of the stuff in here because I did see at least 3 that were really cool, and I really liked some of the stuff that I saw. And for now, just to start off with this is really cool. So let's move this aside here. And I did see a star note here, and I'll talk about that right now. Here we go. Let's talk about this real quick. So this is a star note. It's called a star note because if there is a damaged note, okay, if this is damaged in the mint, they'll replace it with one of these. So if they find one of these dollars that's really damaged, like I was talking about, really smeared, something not matching, something about it is not correct, they have a stack of these with stars on them, and they replace the damaged bill with one of these. Now this one's actually really nice. I do like it that it has the 3 zeros in the front, but if this 8 was a 0, okay, this would be pretty valuable also, because that means it would be a real low number, 225 star note. It would give this a lot of value. Now, if you notice, this dollar bill was made in 2017. Okay, 2017. Not too old. Condition is okay, but it would be very valuable if that if that 8 was a 0, and you had, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros and 225. So the lower the number, say these were all zeros and that was a 5, very valuable, very sought after. Being a star note, more valuable. So say this was a regular dollar bill without the star note, and it was all zeros and a 5, or all zeros, very valuable. Very valuable currency. Another thing that you're looking for, say if the dollar was off-centered. I did see one in here that was slightly off-centered. Let's see here. Let's see, not super off-centered, but it was off-centered. Let's see here. Not super off-centered, but let's see here, over here. It was on top. Maybe this one. Okay, let's put this star back here. We're going to talk about a lot of this stuff and stuff that we're going to be looking for. Okay, so this one. Okay. So, of course, the condition. Oh, wow, this is cool, too, because it has... Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. There's a damage. No. Okay, so this is really cool, too. As you can see, this one has 4 2s. Condition of the bill is very heavily circulated. Date 2017. But it does have 4 2s. But let me show you what I mean by off-centering. See, there's more white on the top than there is on the bottom. And say if this part was actually touching the bottom, you had more, that would make it very desirable also. But this one is off-centered and it has 4 2s, which is actually kind of cool in a way too. So not a complete fancy serial number, but if it had more 2s, say it had 5 2s or 6 2s, and the off-centering also does add a little bit of value because it's not centered. So that's actually really cool too. So that's what we're always looking for, kind of weird stuff. And this one's a little bit off-centered and it has 4 2s, so that's pretty cool. So I know we just talked about the star note and off-centering. Some other stuff we're going to talk about too. So let's see. So we got the off-centering. We just talked about that. We'll bring that over here. We just talked about the star note, which is pretty cool. We just talked about a lot of consecutive numbers, so we'll bring this over here. And other things that we can talk about. Let's see, anything cool here? Actually, this is cool. This is cool. Take a look real quick. It's made in 2017. But look at this. You have 3 3s, right? 3 3s and 3 9s. That's pretty cool. So if this one was a 3 and that 7 was a 9, that would make it really, really fancy. That means it would be 4 3s and 4 9s. I think that would make it a really fancy serial number and also very desirable in my opinion. I think that would be really, really cool. I like this one. I like this one in a way. I wish it was more, but I think this is really cool because there is 3 3s and 3 9s. So that's pretty awesome. So we talked about this one. Let's bring this over here. Let's bring this over here. Let's put this over here since we talked about that. And let's see if there's anything interesting here. Anything interesting here? 2017. Numbers are matching. Let's see here. I don't see anything weird. No damage. It is heavily circulated. I don't see anything interesting about this one. Okay. How about this one? Anything interesting here? Let's take a look. So maybe a little ink damage there, but that's not much value. 2017 numbers are matching. Let's see, anything interesting here? No, nothing interesting in this one. I did see another one that was slightly interesting, but nothing too great about this one. Okay, so let's put this here. And we'll put this one here. So we know we went through these 6 on the top. Let's see what else we got here. Anything here? Let's see here. 2017. Numbers are matching. I don't see no ink damage. Let me see. 8227.5. I don't really see anything on this one. 888. Okay, so nothing on this one. Let's bring this one forward. Put that one there. How about here? Well, we see that it's really damaged. Looks like it was at 2009. Okay. Numbers are matching. I don't really see any ink damage. Everything looks the same as another one. Doesn't look like anything special about this one. So nothing there. Anything on this one? Let's take a look here. What do we got here? So 2017. Numbers are matching. 21, 26, 29. D. A little bit of ink, but nothing that'll give it any value. I don't really see too much here neither. So not this one. So let's grab this one, put that there. And let's see. What's the date on this one? We're looking at 2013. Numbers are matching. PP90. Okay, this is actually kind of cool. So let's take a quick look at this one. This might be desirable to someone who was born in 1970. See that? 1970. Now, there's a couple of things you can turn this into. So if you were born in 1970, you got these extra numbers here too. So you got 1970 right here. We'll just take that off. 0307. So this could actually be 1970 March 7th, right? March 7th. Or 1970, and that would be what? July 3rd. So that would be interesting to somebody. Somebody born in 1970 March 7th, or somebody born 1970 July 3rd. So see, this might be really interesting to somebody born in 1970. So I think that's pretty cool. So I think that's interesting. I like that. So real quick, let's talk about a couple of things that I'm looking for one more time before I start searching. So I will be looking, okay, for something that's really different between another dollar. And that's when you're comparing them and they're just something completely odd. And you can catch it yourself because you'll see like, hey, wait a minute, this is completely odd. Also, ink errors. Some kind of a weird smudging or something that, just completely messed up. That P's all green or that 7's all green or the black is smeared or, that would be an ink damage. Of course, a fancy serial number like, let me see, where's that one? Do we still have that one? I really like that 5 even though it was really messed up. I don't know where that's at, but that 5, oh, here's right here. I thought this 5 was really cool. I like this too. For somebody who was born in 1970. But see this? This could have been an extremely valuable dollar right here. If it was all 5s, extremely valuable. If any of these other ones were 5s, it would be valuable. I don't know how valuable because of the condition, but say if that 9 was a 5, that's pretty cool. If that 2 was a 5, this would be really valuable. I like it. I want to keep it. I don't care if it's all beat up. I kind of like it. And we also talked about the non-centering. We had one here that wasn't very centered, but that's also what we're looking for. And remember, if the numbers don't match, we'll be looking for that. Also, old dates. So I always check the date. If it's like in really nice condition, okay, super nice condition, and it's from the 90s, a lot of people collect those. So that's one of the things a lot of people collect. So that would be really good. And another thing that I enjoy is just, this is relaxing, therapeutic, and I might find a treasure. You never know. I mean, you're looking through these, and all of a sudden you just might find something really cool. Like this one almost made it. Just a little shy. You're only missing a couple of 5s here. If that was a 5 and that was a 5, I don't care if it's in this condition, it has some kind of a value. And it's going to be desirable to somebody else because it's just very rare. I mean, it's pretty rare like this. I mean, think about it. There's 8 numbers here and 6 of them are 5s. That's pretty rare. I mean, you could look through a lot of this money and not ever find this many 5s. And if they're together, even better. If they're all 5s, even better. And any number, if they're all 1s, all 2s, all 3s, very valuable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's pretty valuable. If there's just 2 numbers, say that 9 was a 2. Okay, so now it's just 5s and 2s. And that's really nice too. So You're just looking for something that might be desirable to you, something that may be worth some money. You're kind of treasure hunting, but also at the same time, this is relaxing. This is something anybody can do. You can look through your own money. You could look through your own stuff and see what you find. You know, you get change at the store. You can look through your ones and see what's different about it, what you might enjoy about it. Just something, and you never know because you could always find something that's really interesting, really desirable, something you might like, or something that may have a lot of value. So we went through a lot of stuff, the stuff that's not centered. We went through the star notes. We went through fancy serial numbers, consecutive numbers, and errors. Wow, this video is really long. this is a really long video, and we haven't even started searching yet. So can you imagine when when we start searching? Okay. Also, real quick, I am not an expert. Okay, so let's start that off. I am not an expert, but this is just fun for me. Okay, it's a challenge, it's a hobby, and I'm sharing with you. And you never know, this right here could have been an extremely valuable $1 bill, even though it's beat up. They were all fives. Whew, man, that'll be worth a lot. Okay, so now the search begins. Okay, so I've shown you kind of what I'm looking for. Okay, and what you could be looking for. Anybody can do this. Anytime you get, currency in your pocket from change or anything, you can look through it real quick. Anybody can do this. You can pick up money anywhere. If you don't find anything, you can take it back to the bank, or you can spend it. Make it real simple for you, real easy. So today, we know what we have here. We got 1,001s. None of it has been searched. We just went through the top dollars. I don't know how long this is going to take, but this is going to take a pretty long time. I can tell this is going to take, I don't know. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through all of it, and whatever I find, okay, we already got a couple of interesting dollar bills, and I'm going to see what else we find and what else I can bring to show off. But for now, you kind of know what I'm looking for. You know what the challenge is about. I don't know if anybody saw my $5 challenge, but we're going to do the same thing except with ones, and hopefully we can find some more interesting stuff. And I would love to show off some more stuff to y'all. Plus, I enjoy it. It's therapeutic. It's relaxing, and I might just find a treasure. All right. I will be right back. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'll be right back in like a minute. Okay. All right. Let's get going. Let's start the challenge. All right. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm back after looking through all this money. Okay. So I know you see a new scenery in the background. The reason why you see what you see is because I found a lot of interesting money in this batch. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to find what I found. And this is the scenario. I found a lot. I was expecting to find a few bills. I know that we went through this amount and I showed you, I think it was 5, which we'll go through that real quick. The video before the search was already about 23 minutes. So this video is probably going to be double that because we have to go through a lot of bills because I want to show you a lot of important stuff that I found. I'm not sure of the values of what I found. Like I said, I'm not an expert, and this is more of a challenge and search. But I'm going to go through real quick the first 5 bills that we went through, so we don't waste too much time because we have a lot of bills to go through. Which, I did go through 1,000 bills, and I was hoping through those 1,000 bills, I would find 10 bills that would be really interesting. But I found way more than that. Some stuff I might not even talk about because I guess it's not that interesting because I found so many bills that are really interesting and potential bills that may be worth something that to me is actually astonishing. So this video is going to be really long, but real quick. I know I went through this through the intro. Sorry, I'm slurring a little bit. I'm a little excited. It took a while for me to go through everything, and I know I put a lot of information in the first, I guess, 23 minutes, which was the intro, and then looked through these bills, which took me really long. But let me show you what I found, and at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a website which you can go through and look yourself. I do not know too much of the value. This is the thing. Maybe a good place to look for value would be on eBay. But I found a few bills in here that are actually extraordinary. And one of these bills for sure I will go through with you and look through at the end of the video. But okay, I know I'm talking a lot, but this is what we're looking for real quick. We're looking for errors, which I found, fancy serial numbers, which I found, old dates, which I found, star notes, a lot of interesting star notes, also off-center bills, which we found. We also found birthdays on actual star notes, which is pretty rare. And then I found all kinds of just interesting stuff. I mean, I found errors and really rare looking errors, which I don't know too much about, but I did find them. Now, the reason I'm making this video is to help you if, you decide to look through your money or whatever, and you might find something, because this actually is treasure hunting. I found a lot. I don't know the values. I'm not an expert. This was more of a challenge, and I did not expect to find what I found. That's why now you see a whole new scenario here. You see that I put my names on here because I found some bills I didn't think I would find. I even put Louis Maximus on my glove, which I thought was kind of cool. Okay, so the reason I did all this was because I found some pretty rare stuff. I did not expect to find what I found. I know this video is kind of long. I don't even know if anybody will make it to this point, but let me tell you, whoever does look to this video is going to see some pretty rare stuff. Stuff that, I know I worked really hard. I already mentioned it in the beginning of the video. I did go to 5 banks. I got 5 banks. I went and got 200 from each bank. So I have 1,000 bills here in front of you. I went through them and I got a lot. I know that I'm rambling, but I found a lot of really cool stuff. Okay, let's get on with the video before I bore everybody, because we have a lot to go through. This is going to be probably over an hour video, so I don't even know who's going to look through this video. But if you do, you're going to see some super cool stuff that you've probably never seen before. And like I said, if you take the time and look, you will find it. If I find it, you can find it. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Anybody can look at currency. Okay, so real quick, let's get this video going, because this is taking way too long. And I know I tend to ramble a little bit, but trust me, you can break this video down, look through stuff, but you will see some pretty rare stuff on this video that I did not expect. This is my first dollar challenge. I did a $5 one. I did find some cool stuff, not as cool as this. You're going to see some pretty awesome stuff on this video. Okay, real quick, let me grab this batch over here. And this is all circulated stuff, so I don't have anything real minty, so I'm not worrying too much about what's going on here, but let's go through this really fast. Okay, this one we went through, okay, in the beginning. This is a birthday note. I'm not going to go through it again. You know what it is. Let's put this on the side over here. This one I thought was really cool. You got the 333999. Y'all already seen this one. It's coming in nice and clear. There we go. We're going to go put this aside here. This one I thought was really cool. Could have been a lower number, but it is a star note, which is really cool. So I like that. You guys seen this in the beginning. Here's another one. I found another similar to this, so I'm going to keep this in the front. So when we run into the other one, we can go ahead and do a comparison. So I found another one that's similar to this one, but you've seen this in the beginning of the video. So we're going to go ahead and put this We'll put this over here till we find the other one. Okay, I thought this was really cool, so let's go through this real quick. Whew. Okay, let's put this back over here. That's what makes it fun. All this is fun. Okay, real quick. So, I know you've seen one of these in the beginning of the video. I'm not sure which one it was, but I thought this was really cool. Look at that. You zoom in there. It looks perfect. You got 2222, 7373. I thought that was awesome. And then we got the 2222, 3731. These were in the same stack, but you know, they're pretty close to each other. They're probably in the same stack for, I don't know, maybe a long time, but I thought this was really cool. I like this a lot. You got 4 2s and then 73, 73. Not sure on the value. It's heavily circulated, but I thought that was really cool. And then we'll go to this one, which also has 4 2s, 73, 31. I thought this was really interesting. So just putting that on the video. Let's go through this. We'll pass this on the side. Like again, not sure on the value. Then we have this one here. I thought this was really cool. This is a star note, but it's a birthday. So if you look at it real close, you can see the year, 1966, okay? And you could choose 2 years if you want on this one. You can do February 10th, 1966, or you could do October 2nd, 1966. So, and it's a star note. So this one's really cool. It's a star and it's a birthday star, and it can go both ways in my opinion. February 10th or October 2nd, 1966. I thought this was really cool. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, let's see what else we got here. A lot of stuff to go through. Here's another one, another interesting one. This is a star note, heavily circulated, a little bit beat up, but take a look. This is 1960, right here in the center, 1960. It is a star note, but here we go, another birthday. You can go July 19, right? July 19, 1966. I thought that was pretty cool too. Heavily circulated, but I think if anybody has a birthday of July 19th, 1960, I think they would like this. This is really cool. All right, let's go on to the next one. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Too much stuff. Okay, one of the things that I like to talk about also, and that I did mention. Now, this is, in my opinion, pretty rare. Not sure of the value, but you're going to see several things going on with this bill. It is a 2017. It is a star note, which is really cool. And it has 3/8. Now, a lot of people really like 3/8 because they think it's a lucky number. Okay. I think it's really cool. Also, if you really take a good look at this bill, it's off center. Has a lot of white over here on this side, less over here. So it is off center. It has 3/8 and it's a star note. I thought this was just awesome. I think this is just incredible. Also, if you pay a little close attention, you have a little bit of green by this 2. I don't know if that adds value, but let me see if I can get a little closer. Right there, you see? You got a little bit of the green dye next to that 2, which I thought was pretty cool. Kind of wanted to talk about that real quick. But in general, this is really cool. It could be considered really lucky to somebody, and somebody might really find this desirable. You have the 3/8. It's a star note, and it's off center. I think it's really cool. All right, let's go off to the next one. This is really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, another off center. Look at this. It's coming in nice and sharp. Okay, so look at this one. This one's really off center. This is what I'm talking about, off center. I know it's heavily circulated, but if you look at it, it is a star note and it's really off center. Look how much space you have on this side, right? Ton of space. Less space on this side. You know, it is a circulated note, but for being a star note and so off center, I think this has pretty good value. Take a look at that. Isn't that amazing? That is really cool. I really like it. Look at that. Look at the off centering. That's a lot. Oh, it's coming in nice and sharp too. So I thought this was really cool. So this is what I mean, off centering, and it's a star note. So this possibly has a lot of value. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, what do we got over here? We got some more bills. I was kind of separating them a little bit, but we got so much stuff, I don't know. Now look at this. This is one of the ones I liked a lot. Date 2017, but look at this. The serial number is all 3s and 1s. 33, 11, 31, 31. This is really cool. I think this is just awesome. I mean, this is just a really, really cool bill. Look at that. 33, 11, 31, 31. This one certainly to someone does have value. If you have something like this, do not spend it. This is really cool. Just 3s, just 1s, and the numbers look really cool. 33, 11, 31, 31. Look at that. That's coming in nice and sharp. This is really cool. This is the ones you do not spend. This is really cool. If you find something like this, make sure you keep it. This is a treasure. All right, what else we got over here? Okay, I noticed a lot of cool stuff. Okay, this one could have been worth a lot. Not sure on the value of this one. You can see that it's pretty heavily circulated, but check it out. I know you're already seeing what's going on. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is a 6 over here. But remember, if this bill was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this bill would be worth a lot. Okay, and we're talking about big bucks, really desirable. This is pretty close. I got 5 digits. I never thought I would be able to even find 5 digits, but I have 5 digits. Take a look. 5 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. You do have a 6, but can you imagine if you have a dollar bill and you get this in change and all of a sudden you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you found yourself a treasure. Do not spend if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like this one. I'm going to keep this one. This is really cool. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have a 6 there, which might count. I don't know. But I think this is awesome. I found some really interesting stuff to talk about today. There we go. This is one of the cool ones. Keep an eyeball open. All right. Here's another one. Look at this one. Look at this bill. This is just 3s and 8s. This is just so cool. Look at that. Just 3s and 8s. 3. There we go. Nice and sharp. 3, 8, 8, 8, 3, 8, 8. This is just like so cool. Look, I mean, this is just awesome. Look at this. 3, 8, 8, 8, 3, 8, 8. Just 3s and 8s. This is a rare bill. I mean, if you're cutting through your change and you see something like this, don't spend it. Just keep it. There's no reason to spend something like this. This has to have value. It is a desirable dollar bill, and it is a rarity to find something like this. I mean, I can't believe I found so many cool serial numbers today. I mean, I found everything you can think of, and we're still got a whole bunch to go through. So that's why I'm going kind of quick, but I'm showing you what to look for, what you can find. And I just found this. I found this within $1,000 in singles, so 1,000 singles. But this is really awesome. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got over here. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff to go through. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this is possibly super rare. We're going to put this on the super rare because there's all kinds of problems. When I'm talking about a rare bill, okay, something that came out of the mint, this was probably not supposed to leave the mint, okay? This was not supposed to leave the mint. If you look at all the issues this dollar bill has, it's a lot of issues. Real quick, let's go through this. Take a look up here. All that ink damage on the top. Look at this. All this ink that's coming through, it's what's on the back. See? The back is coming through the front. Isn't that amazing? Look, you can see right here, the back is coming through the front. Now, look at the face of George Washington. It has all kinds of blotches on it that are coming through from the other side. I don't know what this dollar bill is called, but then let me get a close-up here so you can see this. See all this? This is the back that's coming through. See, watch this. There we go. Now watch me do this. See? It's coming through. So the back of the bill is coming through, and you can see the detail of the other side of the bill coming through here, through the face, through the top. This bill right here is treasure. Very desirable because you can see the back of the bill coming through. Look at that. I'm going to leave this on for a minute. You can see it on his face. He has all kinds of blotches on his face, which are from the other side. All this is from the other side. All this is from the other side. And it's leaking through. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? See? Look at his face. Look at that. You see something like this, don't spend it. This is treasure. You should keep this, have it checked out, maybe look on eBay. But I'm telling you, this is treasure. This is a very, very rare bill. I'm going to leave this here on for a second so you can take a look at it. Look at that. It's coming through. You see that? Look at that. See how it's coming through? Get that detail right there. It's coming through. Look at that. It's coming right through. I'm going to leave this on for a second because I have another bill coming up that you're not going to believe also. Look at that. Awesome. Incredible. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is going to blow your mind. Are you ready? Check this out. Boom. Okay, now you might be asking, well, what's so incredible about that? Okay, well, let's do this real quick. Let's pick up this one here. All right, see the difference now? Do you see the difference now? That is incredible. Look at that. Now mind-blowing? Look at that. 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 You see what's missing? This is what I'm talking about when you compare the dollars. Okay? Look at what's missing. Yes, the federal stamp. Look at that. The federal stamp is missing. This bill, and it's an older bill too, 1999. But there we go. It's missing the federal stamp. Isn't that crazy? I can't even believe I found this. 1999 bill missing the federal stamp. That is crazy. Look at this. Look at the back. I want you to take a real good look at what I'm looking at here. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Back over here. There we go. Look at that. 1999 missing the federal stamp. This bill is treasure. If you find something like this is what I talk about. If you're looking through your money and you see something that's just really odd, there you go. It's missing the stamp. This bill is, I don't know. This was not supposed to leave the mint, and it did. 1999. This left the mint in 1999. So this is weird. So this left the mint in 1999. So that's what, 24 years ago. I just found this. You can see that it's been heavily circulated. Look at it. Heavily circulated. Probably got coffee stains. And nobody noticed that it was missing the federal stamp. So this has been around for 24 years in circulation. You can see it's all beat up, tattered. And nobody noticed. I guarantee this has a lot of value. Very rare error. And you're seeing it right here in front of me. I just got this. This has been around for 24 years. Nobody got it. This is very desirable. And I'm sure a collector would really like to get his hands on this dollar. No federal stamp. One more time. There you go. Bam. Here's another dollar I found. Another error. See how the back is just coming through on the other side? Look, it's all over his face. It's the back. See, look. See, it's the back of the bill coming through. Look at that. Look at it's all over his face. Here on the sides, here on the sides, here. Look at that. It's all over the place. It's all coming through. I don't know if it's called leaching through, but it's the other side, which is coming through the dollar. Very rare. You very rarely see this. 2017. 2017. That is crazy. Look at that. That's incredible. This also has value because it's an ink error and it left the mint. Look, we'll go back and look at this other rare dollar with that's leaching through and see how old this is. Maybe I didn't mention the date, but let's take a look real quick. 20, what is that? 20, I can't even read it because it's messed up. So it's either 2013, I think. 2013. So this has been around since 2013 and nobody noticed this weird leaching through. I mean, this has value, a lot of value. So if you still stuck around to see my video, you see something like this, you better keep it. It is treasure. Want to see another ink error? Look at this. Man, this batch of money. So people aren't even paying attention. Look at this. This is 2009. 2009. Look at this. 2009, and it has 4 8s. Look at this. This is actually, oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So I put this aside. Okay, hold on a second. This is, I didn't even pay attention in the beginning. Okay, so it is circulated. But are you seeing what I'm seeing? I didn't notice this at first. So you got these ink errors. I'm pretty sure this ink error is from the mint. Not 100% sure. Okay. But this bill has a name because if you look at the serial number, it starts from the center and goes out. See how it goes 8841, 8841. I can't guarantee this ink error is from the mint or this one. But you know what? This bill... Okay, so I put this bill on here because it had 4 8s, but now I'm looking that it has another name. Hold on a second. I don't want to go away till we put the name of this bill. Hold on a second. Okay, just found it. So I think this bill is called, or this serial number is called a palindrome. Or possibly a radar. I'm not an expert. This is a challenge. I'm trying to find cool stuff, which I did. I found a lot of cool stuff. But I think this could be either a radar. Someone can tell me. Someone's going to put it on there after I put this video on. But this is either a palindrome or a radar. See how it radars out 8841, 8841. Very cool. Very cool. I think this may be an ink error from the mint. Not 100% sure. There's another one there. But this is either a radar or a palindrome. Very desirable bill. Something I'm going to keep. And I think this is really cool. There we go. So I have a palindrome or radar. I just liked it because it was an error and it had 4 8s. But now that I look at it, it is 8841, 8841. So it's either a radar or a palindrome, which is really cool. Man, we're finding some really, really crazy stuff today. All right, what else we got over here? This one is, okay. This is another one that just caught my eye. I don't know if it has any value, but I'm going to tell you something. Somebody born in 1974 who's a little crazy is going to like this, because the beginning of this bill is 5150. Okay, so we here in the United States, you know, when someone mentions 5150, is you're a little crazy or a little psycho. So this bill is, I don't know if it has a lot of value, but if there's a person who's a little crazy and they were born in 1974 and you got 5150, 1974, they're going to love this dollar. This is something I'll probably keep too because it's just crazy. What are the odds of finding a 5150 with 1974? So I'll tell you, someone who's a little wacky, a little crazy, and they're born in 1974, they're going to want this dollar bill. This is going to be a desirable bill. They'll probably frame it, put it on the wall. Yes, 5150, born in 1974. This is just, I like this. This is really cool. This is just really cool. Might not ever leave my possession unless I find someone born in 1974 and they think they're a little crazy. All right, next batch of money. My God, we found a lot of cool stuff today. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, what do we got here? What's interesting here? Interesting here. Okay, look at this. So this bill, yes, it's heavily circulated, but the color on it's still a little white. Corners are a little wacky here. But take a look. What I like about this has been in circulation since 1988. So if we can get let's see if we can get that to zoom in there. Yeah, this one is 1988. Can you believe that? So this was in circulation since 1988. Still pretty decent condition. Paper's still kind of white, but you can see it's been circulated a lot. It's bent and everything, but still, it's 1988. I found a bill from 1988. That's crazy. With 3 threes, a lot of people like 3 threes, so there's a lot of people that like 3 threes. Also, if you really look at this is cool too. Look at this. 1988, but here's 2023. That's kind of cool, huh? So you do have a 2023 in here. Look at this. This is kind of cool right here. Look at that. There you go. 2023, which is cool, which is this year. You got 3 threes. It's cool because we are in 2023 and this video is going to come on in 2023. But this bill's from 1988. This has been in circulation. This little corner's a little messed up, but what you gonna do? But still, this bill has been in circulation since 1988. Really cool. Got 3 threes. Some people like lucky numbers. You might like it that it says 2023. Very cool. Look at that. All right, what else we got? What else we got here? Okay, look at this one. Another one. This bill, for one, it is off center. Okay, you got more space on the bottom, hardly no space at the top. But it's 1981. Golly jeepers, that's old. This bill has been in circulation since 1981. Just got this. Pretty decent condition for 1988. I've seen a lot newer bills, 2017, that look terrible. There were some 2017s in there that looked horrible. But this one, for being 1981, this was printed in 1981. Oh my gosh, that's pretty old bill. 1981, and the condition's pretty good, and it's off center. You know what? I'm starting to think there's not that many bill collectors because, you know, a bill collector probably would have kept this. This is just really cool. The condition's pretty nice. I'm not sure on the value, but I just think the fact that it survived that long, it's paper. Man, I saw some bills over there from 2017 that look absolutely horrible. But look at this. Look at that. It's actually really nice. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow, that's nice. What else we got? Okay, this is another one. This one, the condition's really rough. Got a heavy crease. But you know what? How did this bill, okay? How did this bill survive in circulation? I just got this money from the bank. It is beat up. It is tore up. But look at the date. 1969. Isn't that crazy? 1969? I mean, it's actually not that bad. I mean, you got this horrible crease here. It looks terrible. The color green looks a little different. Maybe that's the way it was printed. But look at that. 1969. Can you see that? Look at that. 1969. So that survived, what is that, 54? 54? 54 years in circulation. This has a weird crease because I don't know where this bill's been, but someone used it to buy something because it ended up at the bank. So this bill has been in circulation for 54 years. 54 years in circulation. 1969. I'm telling you, that's an old bill. What else we got? Okay, so this is pretty cool. This is, I didn't see, actually I think this is the only thing you know what? This is the only bill I saw over there. 2021, that's a newer bill. And it's a star note. So, but you know, this is, for being 2021, it's a pretty rough looking bill. I like it that it's a star note. 2021. I think it's cool. It's a star note. You know, maybe I'll look this bill up with y'all. This is a newer bill. See if we see anything interesting on this one. At the end of the video, I am going to show you how to use the website and how to look some of this stuff up, so you can see. It doesn't really tell you the values, but it can tell you not too much about prices, but some of the stuff that I show you has value and it is treasure. We're gonna look this up in a minute. At the end of the video, we'll look this up just for giggles, and then we'll probably look up one of those cool looking dollars over there, so I can show you what I'm talking about, so you understand a little bit of what I'm talking about. We'll put this over here for right now. Okay, let's see what else we got over here. See what else we got to let's see what else we got to talk about over here. Okay, so some of this stuff I glanced through and probably didn't look at as sharp as I could, but this one is cool. I like these because, you know, it's a possibility. Low serial numbers do have a lot of value. Say if this 39 or 39 was 00 and it would be a number 2, very desirable, very valuable. You already have 4 zeros, but if that 3 and that 9 was a 0 and you had a 2 there, so all zeros except for that 2, very, very desirable. Super desirable. Mega desirable. The value, I don't know, I think it would be a lot of money. So if you see something with a lot of zeros, especially if you see all zeros, right? That'll be 8 zeros, very valuable. 001 or 0002, very valuable. Very desirable bill. I like this, it looks cool. If that 3 and that 9 were a 0, big bucks, big bucks. What else we got? What else we got here? Why did I put this aside? Well, for one, it does have ink errors. See how it's leaching through? You can see the ink errors there. It's kind of leaching through there. Why did I put this aside? Okay, I see. So right here you have 92, 92, 92. Actually, if you got that 0, but you got, yeah, 92, 92, 92, 92, 2. I think this is pretty cool. I do like that it does have a little bit of an ink error. It is heavily circulated. I don't know what that is on this Forehead Bright Coffee. But you have 92, 92, 92, which is really cool. I like this one. If that would have been a 2 here or a 9, I think it would be very desirable because it'll be all 9s and 2s. But if it's a 0, it's okay. I do like 92, 92, 92, 92. I think that's cool. I like it. I think it's cool. Value, not sure, but I think it's pretty cool. What else we got? This one is also pretty cool. It's a little worn, a little beat up, but take a look. You have 4 6s, 2 8s, 2 5s. So that's actually pretty cool. You have, well, you can also say it's a 66, a 66, a 88, and a 55. But it's cool because you have 4 6s, 88, 55. I thought that was cool. Not sure on the value. Condition's pretty rough. But I think it's pretty cool. For doing a search, I think this is pretty cool. Look at that. I like it. What else we got? Okay, so this one, I wanted to do a comparison with this one. Let's see here. All right. Check it out. Is this cool or what? So, condition of this is pretty rough. This is the one that was in the beginning of the video. But look at this one. This is also really cool. So this one has how many fives? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fives. This one also has 6 fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 zeros. So I know the condition's pretty rough on this one, but I think these fives are pretty cool. This is all fives and zeros. I think that's pretty desirable. Now, can you imagine if any of these bills was all fives? Either one of these could have been all fives. And even in this condition, it'll have really good value. In this condition, it'd probably be worth a lot of money. I think if you ever see a bill with all the numbers, like either all ones or all twos or all threes, do not spend that. Just put it away. You found treasure. These are pretty cool. I like both of these. I think they're pretty awesome. I think both of these are pretty rare bills as you look at it. This one has 6 fives and 2 zeros. I like this a lot. And I like both of these. I think they're both pretty cool. But just remember, if you see all fives or all twos or all threes or all ones or whatever, all nines, all eights, do not spend that. Keep that. That is treasure. Probably has a lot of value. But look at this. In this stack of $1,000 bills, I found all this. This is really cool. I like both of these. I'm not going to spend either one of them. Even though this is all beat up, I like it. And now this one too, all fives and zeros, I think is really cool. Man, I'm finding a lot of cool stuff today. What do we have here? This is cool too. Look at this. You have 1 1 4 4 7 7 7 7. That's really cool. You got 4 sevens, which I like. I think that's pretty awesome. And you got 1 1 4 4 and 4 sevens. I think this is really cool. I really like this one. Not sure on the value. It's heavily circulated, but I think it's cool. You know, I just like it, and it's probably one of the ones I'll keep. I like that it says 1 1 4 4 and 4 sevens. I like it. What else we got? Here's another star. I think it's pretty cool. Got 3 fives, which is pretty cool. I just like it because it's a star note. Star with 3 fives. I like it. Heavily circulated. Corners are a little rough, but take a look. It is a star note. It does have 3 fives. I think it's pretty cool. Like it. What do we have here? Okay, look at this. This is an old star note. 1999. So then this is 24 years old. So this bill has been in circulation for what, 24 years? 24 years. Nobody collected it. It's kind of cool. You have serial numbers, kind of cool. You got a 3030. Okay. Halfway decent. But it is 1999. So that's why I think sometimes I don't think there's very many bill collectors, because this is pretty cool. A 1999 star note. This has been in circulation for 24 years. I just got this. Just got this in the bank. And I think it's cool. I like it. Pretty awesome. What else we got? Now look at this. These zeros just caught my eye. This is what I'm talking about. If you're looking through your change, right? You're looking through your change and you see a dollar bill like this with, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 5 zeros, right? Or you can say it's, what's that, 50,000? Yeah, 50. No, that's not. That's, oh wow, wait, that's 500,000? That's 500,000. Yeah, that's 500,000. It's cool. I like it. Can you imagine if it was all zeros? I'm going to tell you right now. If all these were zeros, you had 8 zeros, you just found yourself some treasure. I mean, you found yourself some treasure. This is really cool. I like it. This is probably something that I want to keep. Probably not going to get rid of it because 5 zeros in a row is pretty tough to find. Okay, so I like it. Heavily circulated. Not sure on the value, but you know, the odds of finding, 5 zeros is pretty tough. All zeros, you found treasure. You got a bill that's worth a lot of money. Something you could probably look up on eBay, but remember, you see all ones, all twos, all threes, all fours, all zeros, don't spend it. Just keep it, and you found yourself some treasure. What else we got? This is pretty cool too. See the pattern? I think this pattern is really cool. It's from 2017. You got 16, 16, 10, 10, right? 16, 16, 10, 10. It's just a cool pattern. I like it. I'll just keep it. This has to have a little bit of value, something. I mean, this is just cool. You know how rare it is to find something like this? I think this is just really cool. Look at that. That's just awesome. I like it. Cool for me. Again, not sure on the value, but it's really cool. What else we got? Another cool star note. Look at this. Okay, so a lot of people do like 3 threes. Okay, a lot of people really enjoy seeing 3 threes. It's one of the things that they like and enjoy. I think it's a lucky number. And as a star note, 2017. I think this is cool. I like it. It's a star note. Has 3 threes. Something I think is pretty cool. What else we got? Look at this one. Heavily circulated. But, again, it is a star note. And it has 4 fours. A lot of people like 4s, especially 3 4s or 4 4s. You know, they think it's a lucky angelic number. So this is pretty cool. I'll keep this. 4 stars. It's pretty rare. Star note. It's pretty cool. I like it. Just the fact that it has 4 4s. It's an angelic number. I think it's awesome. Am I going to get rid of it? No, I'm not. I think it's really cool. Showing it off to you. Not sure of the value, but I think it's really cool. What else we got? Look at this. What do we have here? Again, look at this. I like this a lot. So you have 4 zeros and 3 2s. Now, if that 3 would have been a 2, then you would have 4 zeros and 4 2s. Very desirable, I think. Very desirable. This is cool. Am I going to get rid of it? No. Am I going to keep it? Yes. I like the fact that it has 4 zeros and 3 2s. I think that's just pretty cool. I think that's pretty awesome. I just think that's really cool, and I'm going to keep it. Wanted to show it off. It was in that stack. It's not going to go in circulation anymore. It's mine now, and I think it's really cool. What else we got? Okay, so this is probably the last one here. That's a lot. That's a lot to go through. Okay. What do we have here that's interesting? Okay, there you go. A lot of people consider 3 7s a lucky number. And there you go. Look at that, 3 7s. A lot of people like those 3 7s. And it's a star note, 2017. It's a little circulated, a little dirty, but what you going to do? I found it. I think it's cool. Is it going to go back into circulation? No, it's not. Am I going to keep it? Yes. I like the 3 7s. I think that is a lucky number. And you got a star note. So I found all this today. This is a lot to go through. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, since we had such a great time and I showed you a lot of really cool stuff. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick some of these and then we're going to go through them on the website and see what the website says. It's not going to tell us the pricing, but I'm going to show you the website and then you can do it yourself and look up a couple of things and find out what you got. But for now, I'm going to tell you, this was a really cool challenge. I found some really cool stuff. I think I found some rare stuff. I got errors, fancy serial numbers, old dates, star notes, off-center stuff, really cool birthdays, and just really cool stuff. I mean, I got the whole batch in 1,000 ones. So I got a lot of really, really cool stuff. Man, I'm so happy. So the challenge was a success. I'm super happy. I did a $5 challenge a while back. It wasn't as successful as this one. This one, I can't believe it. I found so much cool stuff. And everything that I showed you now, I'm probably just going to keep it. I think all this stuff is really, 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 really cool. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the website and add it on to this. So it's going to be a really long video. It's going to be over an hour video. So, but what you're going to do, I found some really cool stuff. I wasn't expecting this much. I thought we're going to go through maybe 10 of these and my challenge was complete. But this was an incredible challenge. I found really cool stuff. And I'm going to show you the website in a minute. We're going to choose a couple of these bills, go through and see what the website says. And there we go. Once again, I am not an expert. I'm learning myself. This was a challenge. Successful challenge. I found some really cool stuff. I'm sharing it with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and seen some really cool stuff. But stay tuned for the website. We're probably going to pick maybe 3 or 4 of these bills, put them on the website, and see what they say. Wow, for now, man, that was awesome. But I will return with the website, and we'll check some of this stuff out and see what we got. All right, I shall return in a minute. All right, as I was saying, okay, so we're going to look up a couple of things together. That way you're learning with me. And let's talk to the phone. Probably the easiest way. mycurrencycollection.com. See? It comes up right here. mycurrencycollection.com. Just click on that. So just remember that. See right there. Here we go. Right there. See it? There we go. Real simple. And then you go here. There it goes. Look. mycurrencycollection.com. And then it tells you right here. Look up star notes. Right here. Look. Bring this up. Look up star note. Look up serial number. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do both. There's one serial number that I want to look up, which I thought was kind of interesting, was a 2021. So we're going to go ahead and look that up. So look at that. So we go ahead and click here, right here. Boom. Look up star note. We're doing all this together. Very simple. Scroll through here. See how easy this is? It tells you everything right here. So right here you have the currency, right? Click on that. Either a 1, a 2, a 5, a 10, 20, 50, or 100. You have any of these, you can just click on them. But since we have a 1, we're going to click on the 1. There you go. It says 1 right there. Then the years. There we go. Look at all the years here. 2021, 2017 has all the years. But since we have a 2021, which is right there, we're going to go ahead and click on that. Boop. There we go. Very simple. And then we're there. Then we're going to just click in the serial number, which is right here. Okay. We're going to click that serial number right there. We're going to type it in here and see what we got. So we go A, right? A00 A00 25681, and then you use the little star here. Okay, see right here, the little star. Can't go wrong. You can find that real easy. Then we make sure that's what we got. Let's do the comparison. There we go. See? Perfect right there. It's matching. There we go. And as you can see right there. Then we go ahead and hit look it up. There it goes. Very simple. Okay, so it looks like there wasn't that many printed. Tells you how many printed right here. So that's 640,000. So that's really not that much. They usually do millions. So right here it tells you if this little tiny arrow is right over here, less rare, that means it's not very rare. If it's up here, it's really rare, but it's like right in the middle. So that's actually pretty good. So actually this dollar, let's see. Okay, let's back it up here. Try not to get any glare here. So this dollar from 2021 is actually pretty rare. The production is pretty low. Shows you right here. Look at that. Very simple, very easy. You just saw what I did. Anybody can do this. And now you know. Hit the back button. Now we could look up serial numbers. So I saw a lot of cool serial numbers. I'm going to look them up and see what it says. We don't know anything about the value here, but we do know that that star note is rare. Better keep that one because it has value. So let's check out some cool serial numbers. See what happens. Very simple. Very easy to use. That's why I was saying anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. You can do it. I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so this is the one I was trying to find out the name. Remember this one? Thought that was pretty cool. The one I was calling either a radar or a palindrome with the possible error. But we're going to look this up and see what it actually, it'll tell us all the information about it. So let's go ahead and type that serial number in, which will be 1488888 and then 41. Okay, then we double check it. There we go. And right there. See, there we go. Same one. So let's see what it tells us. Check serial number. Let's see that we might have a little delay. We'll touch it again. Okay, so it did blink, so it might have a little bit of delay, so we'll just wait. I don't know, but I guess we'll just wait. Give it a second. If not, I'll touch it again. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so let's see. So look at this. This is telling us that it has a 99% coolness index. Now, it's telling us that it is extremely cool, which is, you can look this up yourself, and it tells you everything about it. Now, it also tells you, being super cool doesn't really tell you anything about value, but you can look it up on eBay and maybe you can find something there. Then it repeats the number, which we have right here. So we can look it up right here. See? There we go. That is the number. And then it tells you like different percentages. So see, I was right. It is a palindrome. See? And look at how low the percentage of finding a palindrome is. Look at that, 0.010. That's pretty low. And then it tells you the digits, has a power of 2. Look at that. It tells you the percentage also, 0.070, which is really low. And then it tells you it has 4 of a kind, which is pretty cool, and 2 pairs, because you got 4411. That's 2 pairs. See, it tells you all the information, which is really cool. You know, it tells you you have 4 of a kind altogether. It tells you the percentage of the bills that have that, which is pretty cool. And there you go. Has 3 unique digits, which is 8 4s and 1s. So it gives you all the information. So it's telling you that this bill is super cool, like I said, right? Super cool, 99% cool. So we'll look up another one. So it looks like we're having some fun here. So there you go. So this is a palindrome. Awesome. Put this over here. Let's look up another bill here. There we go. We're going to look up this one, okay? I thought this was really cool. It only has 3s and 1s. Let's see how cool that is. So then what we do is you can go right back here where it says checking fancy serial numbers. We go in here. We'll erase the serial number, right? And then we'll go ahead and type this serial number that we have here. We go 331131. So that's 33113131. And then we look it up, right? We go ahead and match it up. So you got 33113131. So as you can see, it's matching. So let's go ahead and hit check serial number, and it'll come up. So it came up 99% cool. So this is also really cool. Then it'll tell you it's extremely cool. And then it'll tell you everything about it right here. Scroll down. And as you can see, look at that. There's a serial number. Contains 2, 4, 4 of a kind. And look how low the percentage is. Look at that. This is 0.0032 of the 8 digits. And then it tells you right here it has 2 unique numbers, which is really cool. Percentage is really low of bills that have that. All the digits are odd, which is cool. It's all 3 and 1s. Tells you the percentages, which is really cool. And there you go. So all these numbers add up to 16, right? Which is totally awesome, right? So if you add up all these, it adds up to 16. And then it says this number is a prime number, which is cool. And then look at this. Contains 2 pairs together. It's crazy. It tells you everything. It tells you how cool it is. It doesn't tell you the value, but obviously, if it is 99% extremely cool, well, you know somebody's going to like it and somebody's going to really appreciate it. All right, let's try another one. Let's try this one. I think this is really cool too. This is 3s and 8s. So let's try that one. So we go back over here, check the fancy serial numbers, click in here, you erase that. And then we'll go ahead and put in the number. So we got 3, we got 888, and then 4 8s actually. 3. Oh, this is probably going to be really cool too. Then 3, and then 88, and we'll go ahead and check it. Look at that. It's checked. Matches perfectly. All right. Matches perfectly, as you can see that. Now we'll go ahead and hit check serial number. Boom. How high is the rating? 99%. That is really high. Extremely cool. So we found another one that's extremely cool. Then it gives you the breakdown again. Here it goes. Contains a 6 of a kind and 1 pair. Very cool. That means it has 6 8s, right? Yeah, 6 8s and 3 3s. And it tells you how low of a percentage is to find something like this. And then it tells you the unique digits, which is really cool. It tells you that it has a 4 of a kind and 1 pair together. And here's the combination. It actually adds it up for you. So all these numbers together add up to 54. Tells you all the breakdown. But you know what? If it's 99% cool, it's got to have value, right? We're doing all this together. So this is a really cool bill. All right, let's go to the next one. We'll check one more and then we'll be done. So we go back over here. Fancy serial numbers. Go back into the little block. Erase that. Let's go ahead and put the serial number. We got 5555. Okay, and then we got 0505. That's the serial number. We'll go ahead and check it. There we go. Matches. There we go. Perfect match. Check your serial number. We shall check the serial number. Boom. There we go. So another 99. So this is a really cool bill too. Then we go ahead and slide through. Tells you everything about the serial number. Boom, boom. Contains 6 of a kind. That means it has 6 fives, which is really cool. But look at how low of a percentage it is to find a dollar bill like this. I mean, that's really low. I mean, the percentage of finding a bill like that is that low. That is great. Gives you the breakdown, how rare it is, how unique it is. Here's a breakdown telling you there's 4 of a kind together. It tells you the complete breakdown of the dollar. And if we go back over here, it is a 9. So these that we just checked are all in the 99%. Extremely cool dollar bills. Something you should probably keep. Obviously, if it's that cool, it has to have a value. And now that you know, there you go. You can also look a lot of this stuff up, prices on eBay. I don't know much on eBay. I haven't done any comparison to check the values of stuff like this. I just got into it. I wanted to collect something cool. I wanted to do a cool challenge. You know, I get into cool things, trying to do different things. But right now, you know how to do everything yourself. You know how to check serial numbers now. You know how to check your serial numbers on your dollar and find out how cool they are. You know how to look up star notes and find out how rare they are. The only thing I can tell you on value is either ask an expert or check on eBay and try to find a comparison. So there you go. Everything is real simple and real easy to find. Anybody can do this. Like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. Now you have the tools. Now you know how to find it. Check your change, go to the bank, search for something cool, and then you're going to find it. Very simple. Very simple for you, me, and everybody. I think this challenge turned out great. Turned a lot better than my $5 challenge. And now you saw what I found, and I thought I found something really cool. And now you know how to look it up yourself, and now you can have a good time. See? And you can relax, chill. It's an inexpensive hobby because whatever you find is what you find. And it's made very simple for you. I know this video is kind of long. Maybe you could look at it little by little and you can see some parts here, some parts there, but very, very cool stuff that I found today. I'm very happy. I put in the time and I found some really cool stuff, and I enjoyed it with y'all, and I hope y'all liked it. I know it's long. Not that many people have that much time, but hey, it is what I found. I found some cool stuff. My challenge was cool. I don't know when I'll do another one, but for now, I think my challenge was a success. It was a success. It was a success. Wow. It was a success. I am a little tired now. I think I need a cup of coffee. Woo! That was a lot of work. I've been working at this pretty hard all day. Not sure why I was doing the weird zoom, but let me get my hands out of there. There we go. All right. So, for now, let's keep hunting. Hopefully we find some cool stuff. You have all the tools to do it. Good luck out there. Find yourself a treasure. And, man, anytime you want to add a comment, go ahead. You got some information for me, add a comment. If you like the video, thumbs up. I know it's kind of long, not much I can do, but we found some really cool stuff. All right. Take care. Have a good night. Woohoo!